Hello and welcome to 5-Year Club video number 86. Today's video is going to be about how bad Bank of America is. It is a terrible business. It should be shut down. It has done more kind of massive illegal things and paid more million or billion-dollar fines than I think any other bank in the history of the world. And we're going to talk about them today because they've done something else. Yet another fraud on people investing through them. Bank of America systematically misled clients about stock trades. Bank of America systematically deceived clients about stock trades. I don't know why they're using the word misled instead of a more accurate word like lied to, deceived. Bank of America, Merrill Lynch. All right, these are like the same financial advisors that are in my building that you could go to and have manage your own stuff. Doctored paperwork on 16 million orders to fool institutional clients. And so institutional clients is kind of code word for really massive clients like pension funds that ultimately lead to grandma, into thinking stock trades were taking place in-house when they were not, according to New York's Attorney General. The bank admitted on Friday to systematically misleading clients between 2008 and 2013 about how orders were handled for more than 4 billion shares of stock. New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman said Bank of America agreed to pay a record $42 million penalty for the masking scheme and violations of New York securities law. The settlement said Bank of America had undisclosed agreements with electronic market makers to secretly route them trades for 5 years. Market makers buy and sell securities to help markets function smoothly. That's an interesting way to put that. Bank of America Merrill Lynch went to astonishing lengths to defraud its own institutional clients. So they really tried hard to defraud their own clients, their customers, about who was seeing and filling their orders, Schneiderman said in a statement. The investigation uncovered an email from a Bank of America executive that explained a desire to increase the volume of trades to electronic market makers based on other revenue opportunities being discussed with them. It's not clear what those opportunities were. Wall Street firms cannot use new technology to exploit their clients in service of their business relationships with large industry players, Schneiderman said. Authorities said Bank of America carried out the fraud. Why do they put fraud in quotes? I don't know why. It's a fraud. By reprogramming its electronic trading system to automatically doctor, aka lie, to automatically doctor trade confirmation messaging sent back to clients. Employees referred to this as masking, replacing real information about where about where trades took place with a code to indicate it had happened in-house. Schneiderman's investigation revealed that Bank of America told clients that trades were taking place in-house when they were really going to electronic market makers such as Citadel Securities, Knight Capital, and now defunct Madoff Securities. So Bank of America was lying to its clients and then sending their trades to Madoff Securities instead of handling them in-house. Many of these market makers engage in high-frequency trading. Knowledge of looming trade orders can be extremely valuable to these firms, allowing them to jump in front of large trades with ones of their own. What does this mean? This means that Bank of America was sending the trades to assholes, right? And what these assholes do is they use their proximity to the market to buy up those securities before the trade from Bank of America arrives, so that when the Bank of America client arrives to execute the transaction, the price has already been jacked up for them. They're front-running the transaction. So Bank of America is essentially helping people like, apparently, Bernie Madoff front-run transactions using computers that are, I think, basically like space that's leased within the stock exchange. So it's a total racket. The stock exchanges get huge dollars from these companies like Citadel and Knight to have the actual Citadel and Knight computers on site so that they can see big transactions coming from pension funds early, so they can jack up the prices of the stocks early, so that when grandma's order for additional shares comes in, she's paying a higher price than she would have otherwise because of this fraud that Bank of America is supporting, and even willing to lie about to support. That's why some large institutional investors, such as pension and mutual funds, prefer to conduct trades at in-house dark pools, alternative exchanges that offer greater discretion. Of course they do! Why would they want to be front-run by a bunch of high-frequency trading assholes? Why would they want to pay more than the stock is worth? The New York investigation found that Bank of America inflated its claims about its own dark pool. In some instances, Bank of America employees even told institutional clients who asked that trades were not going to electronic market makers, according to the settlement. In a statement, Bank of America said the settlement primarily relates to conduct that occurred as long as 10 years ago. The bank said that at all times we met our obligation to deliver the best prices to clients. That is a lie. That's a lie. You can't lie to your clients about where the transaction is going, send the transaction information to a high-frequency trader, and then say that at all times we met our obligation to deliver the best prices to clients. That's absurd. And it has since addressed the client communication issues. Bank of America shares fell nearly 5% on Friday, significantly outpacing the declines for the broader markets. Authorities indicated the masking practice only involved institutional clients, not everyday investors. But see, I think these institutional clients are representing everyday investors in a lot of cases, so I'm really not sure that that's true. However, some of these institutional clients were mutual and pension funds that everyday investors own portions of. See, this is what's so crazy about it. So it's like, all that Bank of America can say is we were performing this fraud 10 years ago. Of course they're doing it now. They're doing anything they possibly can. This is what Bank of America does. And this is the same asshole bank that's going to have to be bailed out again the next time that there's a liquidity crisis. And taxpayers, got to spend hundreds of billions of dollars to keep them afloat, when this is what they're doing to their clients. Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, this is what they are. You should really know if Bank of America is your bank, dump them, get a different bank. You're doing business with a criminal company. It's a criminal enterprise. And they do it at just such a massive scale. They do it while smiling and wearing a suit. It's disgusting. That is it for 5 Year Club video number 86. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a great evening.